Hi everyone, welcome to our Education Forum. I am Gabriela Matiz, and today we'll be talking about the future of higher education with the company of three educational experts from the University of Los Andes: Santiago Fuentes, Nicolás Rodriguez, and Jimmy Castellanos. But before talking about the future, let's talk about what happened in the last few months. So, as you know, the pandemic has forced universities to bring their courses online. Therefore, new digital platforms have emerged in order to teach and learn. Therefore, the tech giants are looking to tap into the market as well. For example, Google, Microsoft, and Apple each have been offering free classroom tools for students and teachers. Moving forward, tell us, Santiago, what is the forecast for the higher education in the future?
Well, everyone is saying that the pandemic is a momentary thing, but what we think and what we have analyzed is that uh, this virtuality won't stop here. It would continue for the rest of education, and we think that the tech giants are going to play a major role in creating these technology platforms needed for educational purpose. And since the pandemic and before, they have been creating, for example, Apple or Google or even Microsoft have created uh, their own digital platforms for education. And it wouldn't be a surprise that in sooner years, like uh, businesses like Facebook or Tesla would begin to create their digital platforms, so there is a better educational virtuality, I guess. And what this is the future of education, that the higher education is going to be a part of these conglomerates merging with universities. They will offer an educational model that is based on collaboration, development, innovation, in order to thrive excellence in each student. Now, presenting a career offer focused on the job demand on the moment, and as well as the adequate preparation of students so they can be successful once they have entered the workforce. The aims of this educational purpose is to provide access to quality education from anywhere around the world, no matter where you are, as
Hola,
soon as you
Paula.
can connect, as soon as you can connect, there you can have access to quality education. Also, there are careers that can match your current job demand, and as well, we can prepare students through experience so they can perform at their best once they have entered into the workforce. As we have said, it is going to be a blended system between synchronous and asynchronous education. Um, so, as everything, it is going to have its pros and cons that we are going to dig deeper in this forum. Thanks a lot for this interview, Gabriela.
Thank you. So now, Jimmy, could you please talk us about more about this educational model, please?
Yeah, sure. For the business model, we know that education is the future of nations, since through it, people who will make decisions within our society are formed. In this sense, people will be interested in investing in educational systems, especially because this will mean a great return due to the technological developments that can be produced from education and for the growth of productivity that comes with greater technologies. Furthermore, if these educational institutions are developed by these technological giants, as we mentioned, like Google or Apple, the shareholders will have a great incentive to invest in these companies and therefore in the development of these institutions. It is also important to mention the large number of tools that these companies have to expand knowledge and how important they could be applying them in education. This would be the main business system by which the education would be financed and developed. On the other hand, for the teaching method and learning method, I would say that it would be thought by professionals from these companies like Google or Apple, as I mentioned, or people who specialize in the use of technology and in the development of new technologies. In this sense, they could show students the ways to create new technology and the correct way to use tools that technology offers us. Finally, for the evaluation method, through the understanding of the technologies and the use of these tools, it will be developed an educational system in which each person focuses on the topics or areas that most attract their attention and in which they are most interested, making them to do research projects related to these topics of interest. This research project would be evaluation method in which each person investigates the topic of interest, makes use of technological tools, and present an innovative proposal that serves as a contribution to our society. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Jimmy. And Santiago, could you please tell us about the credentials? How is it going to work?
Okay, so the credentials is a very important topic because uh, as now as in education, institutions hand in diplomas and certificates, and this indicates the quality of education. So it would be a very important thing that uh, to indicate the prestigious of the course or any type of education to hand in certificates, and this means that students will have been working hard and have learned a lot about their topic of interest. They would be even experts if they have the right certificates. It is also important to know that in the future, given that thanks to technology, it would be easier to have access to these certificates and diplomas, the competition uh, would increase, and it would be even harder in the future to get jobs. So because everyone would have a lot of certificates. So that is why it is important to imply the prestigious of the course in these diplomas.
Okay, thank
Back
you,
to you,
Santiago.
Gabriela.
Nicolas, tell us about the pros and cons that will bring this model.
Hi. Yes, we observe that this type of education have some problems and benefits. I'm going to begin with the benefits or pros. One pro is the possibility of connecting to classes anywhere. In the future, the students will not have been in a specific place. Therefore, it will only necessary a smart device, like a cell phone, to connect to online classes, opening many possibilities like studying your hometown, cybercafe, or simply from home. Other important benefit related to this type of education is the time management. In actual education, the students are under a big pressure in classes and exams. The pressure will be reduced in online classes because the ambient will be more friendly and comfortable for the student. This would help some students who don't know how to manage the pressure, and they will obtain better results. One of the most important benefits in education is the own work. The students will control their time and self-search information about their interests and not necessarily the topics imposed by the teacher. Now, the cons are the interaction and social life probably will be reduced. In this way, in this way of education, because it's not necessary to be physical in a classroom. And the human is a social animal and have the necessity to talk to and see other people. Otherwise, if this does not happen, it can cause various type of diseases like depression, and in the same way, the routine and boredom can cause obesity among others. Thank you.
Thank you, Santiago. Thank you, Nicolas, and thank you, Jimmy. As you can see, the future of education will be in the hands of the tech giants, and these are some of the forecasts that we will be seeing in the future about the higher education. So finally, I want to thank you all for being today, and we will see you next Monday with other topics about education.
Thanks.